What's up, guys? Welcome in. This is your girl, Coach Shine, and I am super excited to come at you with tonight's live conversation. So, tonight I did prepare some notes and just kind of want to just bring you up to speed on what is happening in my world, because I feel that, tonight's conversation is going to be a very eye-opening one, just in just subtle ways, but just in the context of how I'm able to view what was revealed to me. Okay? So, a lot of times we think about taking action, right? And sometimes we don't even think about the actions and the movements that we are taking. Sometimes we're just in the motion or in the moment without really having any awareness or intention behind it. But I kind of want to break down what was kind of revealed to me, because I think this would be valuable for you guys to kind of note, especially if you are someone who you feel like you're procrastinating or kind of struggling in the area of taking action and really making things happen. So I really feel that there's a lot of value in our actual experiences. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, guys. So when you can see things from a actual deeper concept or from a place of depth, you can have some more understanding and appreciation for the simple things that we may overlook in our day-to-day. So, of course, number one, action requires faith. Moving and acting in faith. Even when you don't have all the details, even when it feels uncertain or uncomfortable, it really requires you to trust yourself the first time, okay? I don't know if you guys ever experienced where you guys are feeling like, when you get some kind of inkling or some kind of intuitive hit or some kind of, download, or your intuition guiding you towards something, but it acts as a thought first, and sometimes you don't really move on it. You just kind of let that thought kind of ruminate or marinate, and instead, when it's time for you to actually move on the thought, you kind of just kept it mental instead of actually applying it into action, right? But I find that if you can trust yourself and sharpen your skills and trusting yourself on moving the first time that you get the inkling, that you get the information, that you get the download, that helps with you being more on point and more skillful, no matter how uncomfortable it may be, right? So then again, what am I speaking to? I'm speaking to the fact of really getting familiar with taking action in the unknown, meaning you being okay with moving forward on things without having all of the details, without having all of the information, but knowing that you would collect the information that you need along the way. So to me, this breaks down the actual process of what action looks like and what it actually feels like in real time. So trusting the information that you receive and moving in it, and then while in motion, trusting that you can feel your power, you can feel your fierceness, you can even feel the sensations of being activated in your nervous system, and then also knowing that you can even feel nothing. You can feel calm, you can feel centered, you can feel grounded. But the reality is, when you're taking action, it's truly about being able to hold the duality, being able to hold the friction, being able to hold the actual clarity. So your ability to be able to read what deserves your reaction versus your response. Okay, so we all know that being reactive can kind of come off as quick movement. Reactive, right? It has like a kind of instantaneous frequency to how quick it will move, versus responding has a little bit more intentionality or a slower pace, just maybe even a slower movement involved. So then now we have to look at action in the way of like the speed, how fast you move, how fast you respond, how fast you react, or how even slow do you respond, how slow do you react, right? But all of this is stuff that you have to kind of pay attention to in your inner workings when it comes to you moving things forward, when it comes to you moving forward on things, and then actually seeing yourself bring things alive and bringing things to life. So here is the key thing that I found that I feel will help you guys kind of process your readiness. When you are ready for something, that means that you have decided. Your readiness means that you've made a decision, you've made a choice. And that choice is something that you stand behind no matter what it looks like, right? And then this is how you're able to kind of trust yourself in that ability to decide and make decisions. By making a decision and trusting that you will figure out the details, you will figure out the information through your movement, through your motion, right? So when you get things in motion, of course you start to think about momentum. You start to think about building things, and you're starting to create and actually move things in a way to where you can gather more insight. So this is where I'm speaking to stretching our ability and capacity to hold more truth, to hold more of what is, right? And a lot of this has to be connected to your ability to accept more and judge less, which means that you can understand that taking action involves all of these different components that's happening all at once, even without you even bringing a thought or thinking about it. So I think it was just pretty interesting because this was something that was kind of brought to my attention when it came to like taking action, and how I was able to kind of see the inner workings and the mechanisms that are actually behind you moving things forward, right? Because when we talk about, trusting yourself and trusting and having faith, a lot of that actually involves us moving in it, moving things in a way where we can actually see the evidence, we can see the creation, we can see the aliveness that's taking place. So this is what I feel is very impactful for us on making our decisions, because as we continue to build our life and our business, a lot of this requires us to be able to make sound decisions. And I want you guys to start thinking about where you could actually implement more action taking into your actual goals, and also in your ability to refine your habits to also match the identity, which means to match the person that you see yourself becoming. So a lot of times, of course, y'all hear me talk about personal development, leadership development, and a lot of that has to do with your ability to continue to grow and evolve in spite of, right? No matter what has already taken place, no matter what has already fallen away, no matter what has already happened, it is your ability to keep going through the process of maturing and growing and developing and learning. Okay? So a lot of the coaching work that I do I love that we have so many different elements to actually focus in on. But as you guys know, a lot of this work is your ability to move through things very quickly. Like your ability to not cling to stories, your ability to kind of move in a way where you're not holding on so tightly to an idea, but you're moving in it and not really attaching yourself to it so intensely, right? Like this to me feels like more of a freeing experience of just knowing that, experiences is happening, time is moving, things are moving, life is happening, and we can't get so caught up on things that happen. We can only do what's within our control and manage what we can do, manage our controllables from there, right? And so I look at action in this way because I know a lot of you guys are constantly making decisions and you're making choices, and a lot of it is going to require you to just make the move, even if you don't have all the answers, even if you don't have all the details, even if it feels uncomfortable, because that is where you get to grow. That is where you get to see something new. That is where you get to see something in a whole new way, right? And then, sometimes being willing to go against what was normal for you at one point. And I think that's a part of it that most people don't speak to when it comes to growing and evolving and actually seeing new experiences unfold, is that sometimes you have to make new choices and decisions that may feel like you're actually leaving something behind or you're choosing something differently. But this is where you have to be okay with that. You have to be able to accept more and judge less, because what matters is that you're in alignment and in actual you're doing things in a way that actually is going to propel you forward, that's going to help you grow, that's going to help you advance. And sometimes that's going to require you to make a decision that's very fierce, that's very out of the norm, that's very out of the box. But you just have to trust yourself. You have to trust your inner knowing, trust your guidance, and give gratitude for what it is teaching you. So I'm really excited because as I've been moving into creating the season 2 of the Life with Shine podcast, which currently we have 4 episodes that's up and running. So I really highly suggest you guys to actually sign up and get inside of that paid and private experience, because the information and the details inside of that podcast series is so raw, so potent, so fresh, so new, and it has a lot of value. And I think you guys would honestly appreciate the depth behind what you guys receive in listening to those podcast series. But it's truly about, navigating life with awareness and with understanding and with wisdom, and just doing things in a way that feels authentic, and sometimes what you are actually navigating and doing may be unrelatable to others, right? And then there's also people who can relate, but just in the essence of what you are creating, what you are forging ahead, what you are building, some people may not have yet grasped the understanding of it, because they haven't had that experience, they haven't seen it done before. But just you being able to join in on the conversation can connect you with that vibration and that frequency and that reality well enough to kind of open your eyes and expand your awareness in a way where you can actually gain some newfound insight outside of what you currently know. So I guarantee you that that podcast series is eye-opening experience for you to tap into and really enhance your awareness. And the beauty of it is that it is developing you in ways that I feel will be life changing. So definitely go to my website, it's drikahair.com, and sign up and listen in to that podcast. I'm having very frequent episodes. Lately I've been recording them daily, and then sometimes I will take a break and then pick back up. But this is really stretching me in new ways, and I'm loving the experience for myself personally, but just for you guys to tune in to the insights and the downloads that are coming through is going to be very powerful for you as well. And as well, we also currently are still in the Deeper Than Beauty Mastermind. So we are currently, I believe, in the coming up on week 3 into that 6-month experience. And I'm telling you guys, like, I believe this actual mastermind has been the most grounded and regulated I've felt in any mastermind that I've done prior. Like, this mastermind really feels very mature. Like, it has a lot of character development, and just you being able to develop yourself in new ways and approach your business with a new perspective is definitely a journey. But yeah, it's a beautiful one that's unfolding as we go. And I love the fact that each week it's already mapped out, but it has its own uniqueness. It's new. It's like a new understanding that unfolds as we continue on, because you're bringing your energy, your knowledge, your insight, your experience, your perspective as well into it, that makes it just a beautiful collaboration. So I believe that you still have time if you're interested in actually enrolling, because it's still very early. You still can catch up on all of the material and the homework that we've done so far. So if you're interested in getting inside of the Deeper Than Beauty Mastermind, then visit my website as well, drikahair.com, and sign up, and you will gain instant access to our community. We will support you along the way. We have weekly coaching calls. You will also be able to connect with others. You will also learn new ways to do your business and really set up a coaching business from A to Z. So everything you need is inside of that program. We talk about so many different things that it's not even funny. Like, business done in a total, whole, solid, grounded way. Like, you're gonna get the information that I don't believe any other mastermind is like it. I know that this is just unique, right? There's nothing else like this mastermind. And I believe each of my actual spaces have its own unique character and energy that it brings. But a mastermind really truly is a transforming experience. So definitely get inside of there. As well as we have coming is the Rise to Millions session that will be coming up soon for August. You still have time to get inside of that webinar series as well, where you'll be coaching to your $1 million year. And also we have the Evolution of You membership, which you will get access to all of our master classes that comes out every month. And we have new master classes that are coming out, as well as you get access to all of the previous master classes. And all of these spaces have a very unique branded experience. So whatever you feel called and led to, just go for it, right? Just take action, make the decision, make the choice, because I know that it's going to help grow you regardless of what it is, right? And I believe that everyone should have a coach or a mentor, right? So if you don't have a coach or a mentor, this is your opportunity to actually join arms with me as your mentor, as your guide, to support you in your life and business, and to really take this journey to a new level, right? I believe no matter how successful you are, no matter how or what stage you are in your business, whether you're new or you're just starting, where you're just learning, you still need a mentor. You still need a coach. So this is your opportunity as well to schedule your one-on-one coaching call. We can get to the opportunity to connect with each other. We get to meet and see where you are, discuss your goals. I get to learn more about you. I get to show you how I can support you in what ways. And we just really get to have a fun time building our lives and business together. So if you really want to do this work with me, then definitely book a one-on-one coaching call so we can get you started and create a game plan. All right, so that is what I wanted to share for tonight's live conversation. If you have any questions, or if you want to share anything that you are looking to navigate and share on any level, just DM me. And I look forward to connecting with you guys on next week's live conversation, because as you guys know, I'm doing these every week, Thursdays, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And sometimes the times may change just depending on what may come up, but generally it'll be Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So I look forward to doing these lives just to connect with you guys and give you some kind of perspective and some kind of insight, and just to encourage you to find a way to sign up to work with me as well. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in. Share and tag this with a friend, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.